Hey, what's up, guys? So yesterday was the day. Finally, we had a losing day. Actually, it was not a losing day; it was a break-even day. But for me, that still counts as breaking my streak. So the streak was a 13-day winning streak where we were winning more than we were losing. And then yesterday, that finally broke. So we didn't lose money, but at the same time, it broke even. But again, that was the killer to kill the winning streak. So, anyways, we move on. It happens. I knew it was going to happen. I'm surprised it lasted that long, but now we just move forward, and we cannot allow the bad mentality or whatever to kick in. So, I'm going to show you guys. I have two plays in baseball, and I'm going to look at some basketball as well. And the player props, I'm waiting for the guy that works with me. He's working on it right now, and once he might be coming through right now any minute for me to look at the batter props, but I'll just kind of go over two plays that I have in baseball right now. And it was a great run while it lasted, but now we just move forward. It was a break even day. The pressure's off. We just kind of have to kind of go from there. So let me share my screen here. So this is the way I start real quick, just so you guys know. I normally check the head to head stuff. Yeah, what's up, Bob? Richard. What's up, man? Good morning. I didn't watch the game. I saw OKC. If the OKC would have lost, it would have definitely been a losing day. I thought it was a losing day. And then when I saw in the halftime, I was like, shit, they're down by 21. Like it's gonna be a bad day. And sure enough, they came back. It was crazy. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the scores. And then I watched it. I watched the scores at the end. I actually took a small lean on the +1 in the fourth quarter when they were up by like 3 points or something, or they were down by like 3 points. Anyways, that was a crazy game. So anyway, let's keep going here. So this is just so you know, we do a lot of research here. I did my head-to-head trends. We do a lot of insights, line moves, projections, injuries. I'm actually going to update this for baseball because baseball you have to add in the something called an OPS, which is the on-base percentage, and then you have to look at the bullpen, which is the pitching staff, and then the pitcher data. So it's missing in here because it's different by sport, but I already know that for baseball, I have to add those two fields in here. So, anyways, I'm doing that manually right now, and like I said, I'm waiting for this guy to hit me up right now for the batter props. So I'm still waiting on that. But while I do that, I do have some plays already. I'm gonna go through and show you guys what I'm looking at. So real quick, I'm just gonna show you the Cubs. The Cubs have been amazing. I did not know this, but I'm from Chicago and I actually like the White Sox, but I don't care. Like, I'll go with the Cubs if they're winning. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. I don't bet with emotions. So, anyways, look at this. Correa right here, he has a 1.32 ERA compared to this dude, Walker, which is still decent. But check this out. The Cubs right here for the last 7 days, even the last 15 days, they're number one on base percentage, as well as they're the favorite to win the World Series right now. Obviously, that's a long way off, but they're doing what I'm trying to say is that they're doing very very good right now. So the Cubs are one of the best teams in baseball right now, and if you look at their if you look at their batters right here, you can see they faced this pitcher already. They got a bunch of hits off of them. Look at this. Almost every single batter has a hit off this dude already. And then you go over here on the side. Most of these guys have hits too. So it's not going to be an easy win. I wouldn't say it's going to be easy, but the Cubs are at home. There's a lot of information that's telling me that the Cubs are going to win. So for example, here's the edge for the Cubs. The Phillies are 13 and 12. The Cubs are 16 and 10. So the Cubs already have a better record, just like I mentioned. There's a 42 run differential. That what that means is that the Cubs have had 42 more runs than the Phillies, which is crazy. This is an underdog trend. So basically, whenever the Phillies start as an underdog, just like they're doing today, they're 30%. So they're only winning or covering spreads when they start as an underdog 30% of the time. So now I already looked at the sharp money. I already looked at the public money. I already looked at the line move, all that stuff. I don't have it in front of me, but it all matches with the Cubs. And then we got the rotation over here. Like I said, the sharp line move, and then Rhea and the pitching staff and all this other stuff that I've talked about for the bullpen and the pitching staff and all that stuff. So one thing, just so you know, I always go based on my bankroll. So I already ran my numbers this morning, and I'm actually going to do 3% of my bankroll. So I was at $50, and I guess I should have done it before my 13-day run, but it is what it is. I'm at the point now where I kind of refocused and looked at my stuff and my numbers and everything, and I'm all the way up to $75 now per unit. So sometimes you'll see me throw in there $25, $50. Pretty much have not seen me throw in $75, and that's because I was at 2% of my bankroll. But now I'm going to start being more aggressive just because I feel like we're past the 10-day mark or the 10-game mark, meaning the baseball has started and they've ran about 20 games now. And I have a good, solid understanding of how the teams are doing, how the pitchers are doing, how the batters are doing. And now I can raise my unit size with confidence. Normally, I will tell you, there is a warning right here for you, is whenever I have raised my unit size, like from $50 to $75 for, in this example, it starts to lose. Just so you know, that's been my history in the last 4 years now. Every time I want to raise my unit size, I start losing. So I'm putting it out there. Just be careful with that. Don't follow me. Don't raise your unit size if you haven't been winning, stuff like that. Don't follow me adding more money just because you see me adding more money. I'm just giving you guys a fair warning on that. So go to the link in the description, guys. Get the free stuff if you haven't done so. Go to where it says free picks right here. Make sure you do that. That way you get the alerts on your phone and your email. Also check us out for one day. If you don't, you haven't done anything with us, check us out for one day. Or you could do the 1 week pass. You can type in the word Beast Week and you get 50% off. And then on the Discord, we're giving a lot of value right here. Actually, I forgot to show this. So this was my my stuff for yesterday. So the Thunder, like this guy was saying, Almighty Jews saying, he says right here, did you see this game? So these guys were down by 21 points in the half, the Thunder, and then they came back and won the game straight up. And they did not cover the spread. So I also, if you saw my live yesterday, I also said that the only way I'll take this game is at the money line because the money was coming in heavy and the line wasn't shifting towards the Grizzlies. So I said the Grizzlies more than likely are going to cover the spread at a plus 9.5. And look at this. That would have been 6 points. So if you would have had the plus 9.5, that would have hit as well. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that luckily this hit for us. So it made it a break-even day instead of a losing day. So that came through for us. I had the under right here, Jared Trillo and Garrett Mitchell. So that hit. And then I had Jaron Duran right there. And then we had the Giants as well. So again, 4-4 day, which was, I'm not complaining. It was a break-even day. It is what it is. And luckily we didn't lose money yesterday. So what I'm trying to say again, guys, is in the Discord, there's a lot of people posting their plays, their wins. We're sharing a lot of information. I share a lot of stuff in there. And it's only $10 a month. So go check that out right here. And the last thing I'll talk about before I give you the second play that I'm looking at is going to be Dabble. Sometimes people say that they don't have access to alternate lines. Like, for example, you saw my play for, let me see. So right here, the Thunder money line, obviously you can get that at pretty much at any book. The Clippers money line, you can get that in any book. But there's sometimes where it doesn't make sense to get the money line because it's too expensive. So then sometimes you'll see me do like a -1 or a -2.5 or -3.5. A lot of books don't offer that alternate line like that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that Dabble does offer the alternate lines, and they give you $25 for free. So go on the link in the description, click on Dabble, and then type in the word Beast Sports, and they hook you up straight up with $25 for free. You don't even need to put a credit card. All right. So next game I'm going to talk about is going to be the Dodgers. There is one very strong indication that I don't like about this. So I'll tell you why I came up with the play I did. So basically, the edge is clearly with the Dodgers. They're favored by -200 and something. So it's like -210 for the money line. And then it actually dropped to like a -200. So what that tells you is that the money and the sharp is coming in on the Pirates. And I think I found out the reason. Number one is they're playing with Skeens today. Skeens is the pitcher. He's their number one pitcher. But then on the other side, you got Yamamoto right here with a 1.93 ERA, which is much better than Skeens. But overall, again, the reason it didn't make sense to me, but now that I come over here, you can see the OPS for the Pirates, they're number 3. What that means is that they're the 3rd best team to get on base. They have 66 hits. And you can see, I just mentioned the Cubs. The Cubs have 55 hits. And then the Reds have 72 hits in the last 7 days. So the Pirates are getting a lot of hits, and they have 26 runs. So you compare that to the Dodgers, watch. Compare that to the Dodgers. The Dodgers have 34 hits with 23 runs. They're 25th in OPS for the last 7 days compared to the Pirates. So again, that's one thing that threw me off. So that was number one that threw me off as a inconsistent, or as a not inconsistent, but as a contradiction. And then the other thing was the line moving away from the Dodgers, going towards the Pirates. So those two things is what made me kind of like stay away from the Dodgers. But then when I saw how strong these pitchers are, this guy's very, very strong. He is their best pitcher. And then you got the Dodgers. I think that's their best pitcher. I'm not sure. But then they have a vulnerable bullpen over here. You can see the Dodgers have a deeper bullpen. I'm not going to get into all the details of the bullpen, but what I'm trying to tell you is that what I did instead is I took the under on the first 5 innings. So let me show you the play. It's right here. So you can see I had to play this in 2 different matches. You can see it says 2 different plays, but it's actually the same play. It says Dodgers versus Pirates under 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings. So what I'm banking on, what I'm betting on, is that Skeens and Yamamoto, they're going to be able to keep the runs down. Even though the Pirates get on base a lot, they're facing a very good pitcher in Yamamoto. So I hope that makes sense. And since the 2 teams have 2 of their best pitchers out today, so let me show you what that means. Let me show you how that looks like. So they got, you can see right here, this dude, Yamamoto, he's got a 0.93 ERA, just like I said. And then you got Paul Skeens over here with a 0.2 or a 2.87 ERA. So these dudes get a lot more hits over here, but they have not seen this pitcher. You see what I mean? They got no hits over here, no data. But then on this side, these dudes do get hits, but not many. You can see this dude only has 3 hits, 1 hit, 2 hits. So overall, there's not a lot of hits, and there's a lot of data here. So this dude went up to bat 3 times, 6 times, and that's it. And then so this dude missed. This dude did get 3 hits. This dude got 1 hit. This dude got 2 hits. Everybody else either faced him or didn't get anything. And Paul Skeens is a very good pitcher, and so is Yamamoto, like I said. So what I'm banking on again is the under on the first 5 innings. And the reason that is that I'm banking on the 2 strong pitchers to be able to hold the runs for the first half of the game. So that's what that is. Under 3.5. If that didn't make sense, let me know in the comments, and then I can try to answer that. But that's the play. Dodgers versus Pirates under 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings. All right. So I don't have the data for the pitcher, for the batter props yet. It should be coming in any minute. But I'll run through some stuff for you guys while I wait. So I have something called, let me see. I have a bunch of scrapers and a bunch of data that I run, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's one of them. Here's the other one. So here's the first one. You can see. So I get a bunch of predictions. I get a bunch of information from a lot of different sources. I actually get these the night before. So basically, I got the Cubs right here and the Phillies is giving you all the data. I'm not going to go through all that again. But then you can see right here, it's telling me to skip this game for the Baltimore Orioles and the Tigers. And then the Washington Nationals and the Mets is telling me to skip this game. And then it's telling me here, you guys can take screenshots if you want of this. I'm not going to read through everything. But basically, this is telling me that I should go with the Yankees. It's giving me the reasons. It's telling me the head-to-head trends, the records, the strengths, the weaknesses, the key players for the Blue Jays, the key players for the Yankees. That gives me a lot of data in a paragraph. But then from here, I go into all my other research, like I had just said. right here, and then it mismatched. So, like for example, in this case, the Yankees don't match. The Yankees don't match what this is saying. So DJ's asking if he should go with the Yankees and the Reds. I'm not going to go with the Yankees today. I'm just showing you the information that I get in the morning, and I'm not going to go with it because there's contradictions on the line move, and there's contradictions on the sharps, and there's contradictions on the pitching and stuff like that. So I'm not going with that. You got insufficient data right here, so I reran it again in the morning, and then again it still told me that there's not enough data. So I actually run it the night before, and then I run it the morning of. And anyways, this is just my starting point. This is just pretty much head-to-head trends and things like that. So if you guys want to take screenshots of this, I can share it. This is actually called once I sort. So basically, this is one data point, and then I have head-to-head trends. Then I have the pitching stuff, the bullpen stuff. Once I get everything into one section, um, then I put it out something called the final edge, and that's in the link in the description. Go to the bottom, and it's called the final edge. And what that is just gives you the breakdown of everything. It tells you this is the team that we like. This is the reason that we like it. This is the pitching stuff, the batter stuff, the head-to-head trends, where the line is at, where the sharp money is at, where the public is at, where the line shifted to. It literally tells you everything you need to know about each game, and then you can make a much more informed decision. So that's under Final Edge if you guys want to check that out. But anyways, this dude has not gotten back to me. Normally he's done by this time. I don't know what's going on, but he's not done yet. So I can't move forward until he's done. So what I might do is just come back and give you guys the plays. Go to the link in the description, click on free, and then I'll post it today. I'll post my batter props in there. And then I'm going to shoot another video. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. I can answer some questions if you want. If he comes up in the next 5 minutes, I'll wait. Otherwise, I'll be hopping off, and then I'll be making a video and coming back to YouTube and posting the video on YouTube. So if you guys want access to that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on free picks. That way you can get the alerts. Let me know if you have any questions. I can answer them. All right. So he's not coming back yet. So we'll see. Let me see if I can show you some other stuff real quick while I wait. I'll wait a few more minutes. So let me show you what I mean. This is one of the data points that makes us profitable. I have something called scrapers. Let me just show you an image of what that looks like, and then I'll stop talking. If he doesn't come in, then we'll just go from there. Scrapers. Let's see. So let me add scrapers. So check this out. Check this out. All right, check this out. So this is what makes us profitable right here. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons, but this is the one, the big one. I have these apps and programs that I've paid somebody custom made programs that go out and they run different batter props. So you can see I run Sportsline over here, Outlier, NBA scrapers, the matches scraper. I run a bunch of scrapers and stuff. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that I get projections, I get outlier data, I get inside data, I get batter props, I get pitcher props, I get the bullpen props, or not props. I get the bullpen information, the pitcher information. What else? And then I get the MLB stuff, the head-to-head trends, the NBA scraper. I get the batter props, all that stuff. And then I combine all that information into one section where it gives me the breakdown of what I should go with. And then I go in and I confirm those plays. So if you guys are, again, interested in that, that's under if you guys are interested in that, again, it's called the Final Edge, and you're going to get hooked up with that. All right. Julio says, I'll answer a couple questions, guys. Let me know. And again, I don't know why this dude's taking this long. Maybe there's a bunch of games. I think that's what it is. There's too many games. So it takes longer to sort through everything. So Julio says, Thunder came through yesterday. I think that's what it says. What's up? Good morning. Yeah, DJ, I don't like the move either, so I'm staying away from it. So anyways, that's about it, guys. That's about it. So I'm going to come back again later today, not on the live, but I'm going to come back and shoot a video, and I'm going to explain all these plays, and I'm going to tell you who I'm going with. And again, make sure you subscribe for that. If you're on Instagram or X, come to YouTube and go to Beast Sports Picks, and then subscribe to that. So there's also a link in the description, or go to beastsportspicks.com, and then you can see that there's a section that says free picks. Pete Crow, what were the plays? The plays was Cubs money line and the Dodgers under three. The Dodgers and the Pirates under 3.5 in the first 5 innings. Pete Crow, hit, runs, RBIs. I don't do hits, runs, and RBIs, so I can't help you with that. I can show you the stats, but I'm not going to be able to help you with that because I don't do that. I only do under 1.5 hits, under RBIs, over hits. So I can show you what it looks like, but you're going to have to make that decision yourself. Let's see. Pete Crow. Okay, first of all, I see that he's on the Cubs. Right away, I'll tell you that they've been getting massive hits. I just explained all that. I'm not going to go through every single detail again, but they are one of the best teams to get on base, to score, to run, RBIs, everything. So you can see he's getting this. You're saying under RBI hits, runs, and RBIs. I would not touch this at all. In the last games, he's got, let's see, under. So if you look at this under, I mean, it looks horrible on the under. I would not touch this. What about the overs? Let's see. Let me look on the overs. So the overs, I wouldn't touch this either because they're facing this pitcher right here, which is a 2.29 ERA. So he's a decent pitcher. Over here on the right, 2.29 ERA. He's hitting this line 80% of the time. Again, I'm not going to be able to help you with this because I don't look at this. He does come up to bat between 3 and 4 times. He has exceeded this line 8 of the last 10 games. He does have a great average on the right-handed pitchers. Yeah, I mean, it looks good, but I wouldn't touch it. I mean, I'm sorry. I wouldn't say I'm not going to tell you what to go with. I can't give you that information. I could just show you what I'm looking at. He does get averages of 3.12 ERA versus right-handed pitchers. This dude is a good pitcher, though, at 2.29. But he is getting this. He's only facing the plate 4 times. The Cubs are one of the best on-base percentage teams. Like I said in the beginning, they're the second best to get on base with the hits and all that stuff. I wouldn't touch it. I mean, for the over, yeah, it looks good for the over, but not on the under. I hope that makes sense. All right, cool. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, cool. You're welcome. So once again, guys, go to the link in the description or go to B Sports Picks. All right, this dude has taken forever. Okay, he just came through with the information. So give me a second. Let me look at the props real quick. He just literally just texted me, or not text me, but he sent it to me. So here it is. Let's see. These are going to be the first thing I'm looking at right here. I'm not going to go through the under one, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to go through the under RBIs today. I'll give you the list right there, but I'm not going to tell you which ones to go with because I tried to do this on the live yesterday, and just for me to set it up takes a while, and I don't want to waste your time, and I'm not going to waste my time, and then I need to focus because there's some data stuff that I need to look at in the background, which I can be explaining and trying to explain to you at the same time I'm trying to come up with the play. I hope that makes sense. This is what I'm going to be looking at, though. I would not go outside of these players to look at the under 1 RBI. And these dudes have been hitting very solid for us. I'll tell you straight up, this dude hit for us yesterday. This dude hit for us either yesterday or the day before. This dude has been hitting for us for a few days now. Nick Allen has been hitting for us. Cabrera has been hitting for us. Paris has been hitting for us. Things like that. So again, I'm not going to go through all these details. These are the list that I'm going to look at, but these are not my final looks, just so you know. Now the under are 1.5. Same thing. I have to focus. The only one I'm going to go through right now on this live is going to be these over. This is going to be over 1 hit. So I'll go through this now. Lindor, right here, you can see these are his hits right here. He's got a lot of hits. He's only got one game without a hit. Overall, he's got 2 hits, 3 hits, pretty much 3 and 2 hits. He's faced this pitcher 10 times. He's gotten 5 hits off this dude. He's hitting at a .500. So Lindor, I'll take this. So this dude for 1 hit from the Mets. Pete Alonso, he's got 2 hits right here, pretty much averaging 2 to 1 hits. What I don't like is that he's faced this pitcher 11 times. He's got 1 hit. So he's averaging a .09 versus this pitcher. Even though he got a great record right here, he doesn't have a great record against this pitcher. So I'm going to cancel that. You got Judge. He's got 2 hits over here, pretty much 1 game without a hit. Every other game he's got 2 hits, 4 hits, 1 hit, 3 hits, 1 hit, 3 hits, all that stuff. And then he's got faced this pitcher 13 times. He's got 5 hits. What is this? 11 RBIs. So he's got a 3.82 average. So I'm going to take Aaron Judge to get 1 hit. What you might want to do to get these guys to get them cheaper is going to be to parlay both of these together. I'm not going to tell you to do that because I don't do that myself. I only do. I'll do, for example, Lindor by himself. I'll do Judge by himself, each to get 1 hit, and they're very high odds because these guys are supposed to get 2 hits. So I'm not going to explain that every single day, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to parlay these, that's fine. But what I'm just so you know what I'm doing is I'm actually going with 1 hit on each of those guys. Duran hit for us yesterday. He's averaging pretty much a hit every day or every game. And then he's faced this pitcher 8 times and he's got 2 hits. So I don't like this average, but this dude has been extremely solid for us. So I'm gonna put him in there. All right, we got Doyle. Let's see what's doing now. Doyle missed 2 games right here. I don't like to see that, but he did get a hit the game before, which was yesterday. This is the date over here. He did get up to bat 8 times. He's got 4 hits, so he's hitting at a 50% hit rate against this pitcher. I'll take this guy. I don't like the fact that he missed 2 games before yesterday. So 2 of the last games he did not get a hit. So I don't like that, but I do like the fact that he went up to bat 8 times and he's got 4 hits. All right. Now this dude has gotten at least 1 hit. And he's got up to bat 3 times. He's got 1 hit against this pitcher, and he's hitting at a 33% against this pitcher. So I like this. All right. Now, for these guys down here, these guys don't have any pitcher data. What that means is that they've never faced this pitcher before. So there's no pitcher data. So the only thing we're basing this on now is the 1 hits right here. So this dude missed this game. He's gotten 1 hit pretty much in every game. So I'm not going to tell you what to go with here. What I would do is go and click on, for example, Bo Bichette over here. Let me take a look. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that he's not facing this pitcher, or hasn't faced this pitcher, I should say. So you can see he's supposed to get 2 hits today, but we only need him to get 1 hit. So if I were to go on his over, it does tell me, okay, this dude is a horrible pitcher. He's got a 6.53 ERA. So that's why I like looking at this. This data over here doesn't tell me that. So this pitcher that he's facing is horrible. He's got a 6.53 ERA, the opposite side. So I'll do Bo Bichette. All right, Bobby Witt Jr., I don't even have to look at this. This dude has been absolutely on fire. And just like last year, he started off extremely strong, and then he kind of fell off in the middle of the season. But this dude is amazing to get hits. Let's take a look. So he's facing, who's he facing? Lugo. This dude has decent ERA. This dude is solid. Look at this, 100% hit rate. Facing the bat, obviously, between 4 and 5 times. He does not get 2 hits. He normally gets 1 hit. Against right-handed pitchers, he's at a 2.86. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. All right. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know there's a lot of little tedious stuff. All right. So Tatis Jr. Has been very good for us as well. What I don't like, this is just my personal opinion, is that whenever somebody doesn't get a hit, it goes for every sport. Is no matter how good they are, if the game before that they didn't get a hit or they didn't do what they were supposed to, they come into this game either pissed off or salty or whatever. So I hate taking those overs there's a zero the game before. So that's just my personal opinion. But you can see he's got zero right here. He might just get 5 hits today. I don't know, but I'm not doing it. So the last guy here is Hu Lee. Let's see. Hu Lee. Let's go back in here. So again, all these guys are supposed to get 2 hits. Just so you know, they're supposed to get 2 hits. All right. So this dude is very good, decent. He's facing Verlander, which Verlander was very good last year and the year before. But I mean, last year he kind of fell off, and you can see he's not starting off so great. He's got a 5.47 ERA. He is a little bit of an older guy, so he's not as great as he used to be, Verlander. But overall, between 4 and 5 at bats, he has not exceeded this line between the 13 times. He does have an average of a 3.300. Why is this saying Ovaldi now? What the hell? This is weird. Starting pitcher, it's saying, oh, never mind. Okay, no, sorry. I was mistaken. Uh, this dude right here, what's his name? Verlander, he plays for the same team. So basically, Hu Lee is facing Evaldi, not Verlander. Obviously, he cannot go against the pitcher that plays on the same team. So now you can see Evaldi has a 2.64 ERA, which is great. Also, this dude does get hits off the right-handed pitchers. I don't like it. I feel like I'm forcing this one, especially with the 2 gaps right here. He did get 1 hit over here, but then this dude Evaldi, he's decent. I'm gonna stay away. I don't like forcing anything, and it feels like that one's forced, especially with the 2 gaps right here, the 0 and the 0 right there. Plus, he's never faced this pitcher before, so I'm staying away from this. This is enough batters anyway. So these are the guys I'm going to go with to get 1 hit. All right, so these are the guys I'm going to go with to get 1 hit. And then I'm going to look at the unders, 1.5. All of these dudes to get 1 hit. All right, now I'm going to look at the under 1.5 hits. So basically, now I'm doing the opposite. Now I'm looking at all the guys that are supposed to get 2 hits. Then I'm trying to see if I can find something like, for example, a strong pitcher, them going up to bat, not getting hits. I'm also looking at what's their average in the last 8 games. Do they actually get 2 hits or not? Things like that. Okay, so now we're flip flopping it. Now we're looking on the under. So this is Gleyber Torres. He does get a bunch of hits right here, but he doesn't get 2 hits. What I don't like is that he's got a 2 right there, a 3 right there. There's no pitcher data. I'm staying away from this. If there was pitcher data, that'd be different. But he does have games with 3 and 2 hits. So delete. He does have a game. This dude now has 2 games here with 2 hits. He did not get 2 hits. He got 0 hits 2 games ago. Juan Soto, he tries to get a lot of home runs. So the home run, just so you know, counts as 1 hit. So even if he did get a home run, it only counts as 1 hit, and we would still win this if he only got the 1 home run. So let's go to Soto now. And let's see. Let's take a closer look at Soto. Again, we're looking at under 1.5 hits. So the first thing I want to look at again is the pitcher. The pitcher is a 3.68 ERA, which is great. Yeah, now I'm clicking on the right team. So okay, 3.68 ERA. You can see he did go over the 2 hits twice, but look at this overall record right here. He does not get 2 hits. Let's look at the last 20. You can see he's in the last 20, he's only got 2 games, 2 hits. Uh, he has not faced this pitcher, like I said, for this entire season this year. He's only gotten 4 games with 2 hits. All the other games, he's only got 1 hit. He does go up to bat between 4 and 5 times because I think he's the third in the lineup. And he's failed to exceed this 12 straight games on the road. He did face this pitcher twice, and he's got 0 hits. So that's decent. Plus, Juan Soto, his average goes down to 0.2 or 0.19 versus a right-handed pitcher. I'm going to take this dude for the under 1.5 hits. Let's go to the next one. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I can already see he's got 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits. I'm not going to touch this. Churillo, I would not go on this dude's under. It's like going on Joe Kick on the under. I'm not going to do it. Austin Hayes, you got 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits, 4 hits. He has an average of 6.67 against this pitcher. I'm not touching it. McLean, I never even heard of this dude, to be honest. I've never, ever seen this dude's name. All right, so he's got a bunch of zeros right here. Let's take a look. Matt McLean. Is this dude a rookie or what the hell? Matt McLean. So this dude is facing. Okay, if they're playing in Colorado, I'm not touching it. So one major thing I will tell you right now, I've learned this the hard way many times. Whenever any team is playing in Colorado, there's going to be a bunch of stats that say overs on hits. And that's just because of the wind, and they're up so high that whatever the air quality or whatever it is, they get a lot of hits over there. So I would not go on any under in Colorado. So they're going against the Rockies today in Colorado. I'm not touching it. So no matter how good the line looks, I'm not touching it. That's just my opinion, and I won't do it. So let's take a look here. Cincinnati, again, they're going in Colorado. I'm not touching it. And that's it. So let's take a look here at Seattle. This dude, Julio Rodriguez, we went with his under 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and he got 2 hits. So we did not win that one. So he did get 2 hits here. He did get 2 hits here. Let me take a look at what he looks like today. Julio Rodriguez. If you like this sort of information, guys, make sure you subscribe. Go to YouTube and type in the word Beast Sports Picks and follow us there. Also, click on the link in the description. There's a section that says Discord. We share a lot of information in there. We've been hitting a lot in there. All right, so let's go over here now. Seattle, he's going against Quantrill. Quantrill has a horrible 8.31 ERA, which I'm not touching. It's already bad. I'm not touching it. He's going against this pitcher that's horrible. So Julio Rodriguez is out. And then this dude has a bunch of zeros. Arizona Perdomo. I never heard of this dude either. What the hell? This is my first year looking at unders, so maybe that's why I'm saying a bunch of these names for the first time, because they just suck, and I always looked at the overs, so maybe that's why. All right, Arizona's going against Atlanta. Atlanta has Chris Sale, which is 6.19, 6.17 ERA. This dude is missing a lot of things, but he's facing that weak pitcher. He's failed to exceed this 6 straight games. He does get a lot of hits against left-handed pitchers. I'm not touching it. So there's only one batter that has come up. Usually that's the case. It's Juan Soto for the under 1.5 hits. All right. So last thing I'll do is I'll kind of set up my RBIs, and then I'll be done after that. I'll tell you exactly what I do. I'm going to open up my my sticky notes here, I'm going to look for these batters one at a time real quick. And all I'm doing here is I'm going to Fantasy Alarm. I'm typing in the name or copying the name over. And I'm just kind of taking a glance right here how bad these batters are. So right here you can see Miguel Vargas. He's got two. He's gone up to bat twice. He's got one hit. He's already hitting at a .500 average. I'm not touching it. All right, Renfroe is the next batter. Hunter Renfroe. I'm looking at the ERA over here too. It's decent. That dude's sticking around for today as an under RBI. Kalanek. This dude has been hitting for us, but you can see he's got an average of 6.67 hit rate. I'm not touching it. Wade. Let's take a look. Tyler Wade. Decent ERA with Boz right there. So I'm keeping that. Moreno hit for us yesterday. He's got a average of one hit, and then it's a weak pitcher. I'm not touching that one. Suarez. He's the sixth batter. So normally I like to keep him at 7, 8, 9 batter. But he did not get hits here. So he got 8 at bats, 0 hits, but then he's facing a weak pitcher over here. I'm not touching it. There's contradictions like crazy. This dude is 8th batter. He's going against Zenga. Zenga has a great ERA. He's got 0 hits. That's decent. I'll keep that one in there. Bashard, this dude has a 3.33 ERA. I'm skipping it. Paris. So this is the beginning. I'm going to be very clear here. This is just the beginning of the research. So once I do this, I go into Outlier, and then inside of Outlier, I look at the something called the WRC plus. I look at the pitching. I look at the ERA. Like I said, I need to focus once I get to that point. So I'm not going to do that on these lives anymore. But that's the next step. Kyrie Paris, I'm doing that. He's got an ERA of 1.65. I'm doing that. And then we got Birdie. 3.68 ERA over here. I'm not touching it. I'm sorry, average. Nick Allen. This dude has been hitting for us already a lot of times. Nick Allen. ERA is not great, but Nick Allen already has been proven to be a winner on the under. Braves do get a lot of hits. I don't like this ERA. And you can see these dudes get a lot of hits right here. So I'm staying away from this one. Cabrera. Oswaldo Cabrera has an ERA of 3.75. I'm not touching that. And then we got Mayers. Great ERA. That's great. I'm keeping that one. And then I got Jacob Young. Great ERA over here. All right, so these are the dudes that are staying in. And then I still have to do that final step, which is going to make sure that so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll do the one guy so you can see. I could do this just so you can see exactly how I do it, but I'm not going to do all of them. So look, I'll go look here, Hunter Renfroe, and then I go to change this from hits to RBIs. If you guys want access to this software, there's also a link in the description. So you go to under RBIs right here. And first thing I want to look at is strong pitching, which I see that it's strong pitching, 391. I want to see his average, 100% hit rate on the under. Last 20, he's gotten three RBIs in the last 20 games. He has gotten RBIs off this pitcher in the past, which I don't like. Overall this season, he's only gotten those 3. Look at this. This is awesome. He only gets up to the plate between 2 to 4 times. So on average, depending on how the team is doing, because he's all the way on the 9th batter, Renfroe, actually, let's see, Renfroe. He's the 7th batter. So because he's all the way down at the bottom of the lineup, he doesn't come up to bat too many times. You can see between 2 and 4 times. So that's already still looking decent. He's failed to exceed his line 15 straight games. Right, whenever he faces a right-handed pitcher, he only gets a 0.163 ERA. Average. And then the WRC plus is 18. If it's less than 100, it's great. And this dude is at 18. So that's staying in there. So that's what I do. I go through each one of these, 5 or 6 batters, whatever it is, and then I parlay them together. So don't quote me on these quite yet. I'm still going to go through each one. This one is confirmed, but I'm going to have to go through that and kind of focus a little bit. And then I'll be putting these, for example, these two together, and then these two together if they all match. But if one of them doesn't match, I might put three of them together or just leave one of them out. But that's the way I do it, guys. I hope that made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and we'll go from there, guys. So again, I'm going to just go through real quick what I'm going with. I have the Cubs on the money line. I have the Dodgers to go under 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings. What else? I'm going with what is this? Give me a second. I'll just show you. I'm going with Lindor to get 1 hit, Judge to get 1 hit. I'm going with Lindor to get 1 hit, Judge to get 1 hit, Durant to get 1 hit, Doyle to get 1 hit, De La Cruz to get 1 hit, Bichette to get 1 hit, Bobby Witt Jr. to get 1 hit. Then I'm going with Juan Soto to get under Juan Soto to get under 1.5 hits. And then I got these dudes to get don't quote me on these, but these are the under 1 RBI. So I gave you guys a bunch of stuff. I appreciate everybody that's here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. If you want to check us out, the VIP is very cheap. Go to the link in the description. I have the prices still very low, and we just had a 13-day winning streak, and I'm still keeping the prices very low, but that's not going to last forever, guys. So make sure you take advantage of that. Go to the link in the description, click on VIP. Check out the Discord. That's the best offer we have right now for the Discord is only $10, and you get a lot of value in there. So again, guys, I give you guys a lot of information for being on these lives. I do appreciate every one of you that's here. Let's keep making this money, guys. Let's have a great day. Thank you.